Hello everybody. So this will be a bit of an explainer video in which I'll explain how I did all the things in my series. I'll do one of these videos at the end of every act for Prelude, for the very first episode. I literally just did the Konami code, which is up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, and activate cheats. And then I just did this, and then boom, and then bang, and then disable enemy spawns. And for the music, I did audio, music, 0. And that's it. As simple as that. And then V1 just kind of walks through and just does whatever. One thing I did change was give V1 the alternate piecer instead of the normal one. But that is a lore reason, so yeah, that's why that is the case. So yeah, that's the entirety of Prelude. So now we're on Limbo. It isn't that hard, honestly. So it's just this again, and it cheats. Pick up this, and then V1 just kind of walks through, and it's like, ooh, cool, environment thingies. Nothing happens, nothing happens, nothing happens, nothing happens, nothing happens until here, where I disabled the enemy spawns. Pick up this. And then here is a cut. You can clearly see a cut here. And then I just like kind of did this and blind enemies first. And then like a few strays, I'm pretty sure it was here. You may see that the message on my screen is still here. What I did for that is hit the trigger all the way over here, because that removes the message, and then go back here. And then I just kind of... Oh yeah, this is, by the way, this is hiding your HUD, which is this cheat right here. This one I have it bound to red brackets, and then I never use this, but it can be handy when you're falling down elevators. So then I just did blind enemies off and kill all of these guys. Not like that, but you get the point. And then, whoa, goodbye blood saving mode. That's just editing. And then this is all the same. And this is just cutting the video into 2 different parts. And then I just like spawn a few enemies in like this. And, like, I made the cut right here to like pretend as if V1 just got teleported, and I held W like this. And I just made it by enemies and kill all of these guys. Not really that hard. And then the V1 still has a skull, obviously. And then well, just it's important, and then exit, and that's that. I opened the elevator, I did this, and then I went all the way up here, and then I did this, and I picked up the skull, I'm pretty sure, and I went around here because that is the trigger for the burning world. And then I went back here and triggered this, and then I put the skull back, and then I went through here. And then I went through here again, and then I cut the video right about here. And I like could look back. Oh, the world is burning. Oh wow. And then I went through here, and then grabbed this. V1 tries to get through here, but that's closed, which V1 doesn't know. And I'm pretty sure I left this checkpoint intact. I just kind of flew around it like this. To have the illusion that I have not been here yet. And then I'm pretty sure I just left enemy spawns on for this. No, I disabled them. Oh yeah, this is what I did. So I just kind of like, because I didn't want any other enemies to spawn, I just kind of did this, because this is the original location that they spawn in. And then when I walked up here, I did disabled blind enemies. So then like V1 gets the skull, and then gets jump scared. And then this. For this part, it's just another simple cut. So then I spawn sword machine there, and I just kind of, oh no, oh, and then I'm able to blind enemies right about there, and sword machine just kind of stays there. For the moving, I just literally moved sword machine with the spawn arm, because otherwise it's very hard to get sword machine. Okay. It's very hard to get Sword Machine exactly where you want it to be. It may look wacky and wonky, but that's the best way how I could do it. And then here, when V1 returns, it's literally just as simple as cutting the footage right around that door. I made sure to walk and approach the door at like the rightest angle I could. Right meaning like as straight as possible. And then cutting the footage, the frame the door opens, to create the illusion that's one continuous motion. I messed up at times, but that's fine. How I did this part was just, I'm pretty sure I messed it up already. If I just disable enemy spawns. I said if I just, there we go, that's it. Okay. Alright, so how I did it was to have Sword Machine like actually attack the enemies, ignore player, and attack each other. This one, these ones, and then blinds enemies off. Yeah, because that has that creates the blood still that I want for the legion. Alright, and I also did this. Just to have Sword Machine not fucking die the first second that it touches anything. Yeah. And then I also spawned a mannequin in and killed it. Because you know, mannequins create a lot of blood for various reasons. To create the illusion of like a lots of fighting here. And then I moved Sword Machine here. And then I made sure to open the door like the frame it closes, because this room deloads if this door is closed. So like, yeah, you can see that happening right there. Basically you want to catch Sword Machine as fast as you can. And yeah, this was another like footage cutting, just having like the doors be closed technically, like they're touching each other almost, like right there. And then just cutting the footage, and then yeah, and then with the thingy, with like Sword Machine going away basically, what I did was just have a filter, and pretty sure I made it like this as well, and the frozen, and then pretty sure smaller, like this. And then just disabled by enemies. And then it runs away. And I did this. For 1-3, well, there's a very obvious cut here. What I did was I destroyed this, and I spawned Sword Machine exactly below it. And then I did this. Just put him like right there, and I click right click to freeze him midair. And then I'm pretty sure I did this, and then let go, and then turn around like that to have the sound actually like follow the Sword Machine. And just get rid of that, yeah. And then again the filth like this, and I just walk in like this. So for the rest it's just V1 walks, V1 walks, V1 walks, and it's like dance here. And then picks up the skull, and then goes here, and then, oh wow, what a powerful being. And then, no, I'm pretty sure I already had the Maurice here, because the whole point is not, like, is to have, well, hell, not, like, spawn anything. Yeah, And I just like collected the skull as well. I'm way too lazy to actually do that, so here we go. So for this fight, I'm pretty sure I already spawned these in. What the fuck? Okay, wait, I have to restart the level. Yeah, I already spawned in like... Hello? Hello? Do you want to like spawn enemies? Is it a bug? What the actual... No, it's not fun. Weird. I'm not sure what's going on here, but... It could be that I have cheats enabled. But it doesn't want to spawn the thing. Okay. Well, yeah, but for that fight, I just had like the swords machines already there. And then I put swords machine here. And then just did ignore player. That's it. Because then like it attacks the like the other swords machine attacks me. But this one doesn't, and that just stands there menacing me. Nothing special to note with the hideous match fight, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I just had swords machine attack enemies. That's it. Why is it burned? Oh god, okay. Yeah, nothing of note there again. Fuck. Oh. I can't remember what I did. I'm pretty sure there's a few cuts here and there. As in like when V1 puts down the first skull. For the Cerberus encounter, I just did like this and then cut the footage here so it doesn't take so damn long. I don't understand what it does that. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up! Thank you. And then V1 just picks it up, and then I had the and I just spawn in like two Serbs like this and like this. Using the knowledge that I have now, I would have probably I probably would have done this as well. And then like this and then that. No way, I can keep that. I'm not sure, that one. Like this. And then I just cut the footage here, turn off blind enemies, and then they just kind of attack me. But those are floating apples. Hehe. Oh yeah, and I also increased their health to match the O-3 Cerberus. Yeah, nothing special of note there. Yeah, and I also just didn't disable enemy spawns. Why is that still going? There we go. Okay, so then I just kinda, yeah, you want to look like this, and then I cut away the, I tried to cut away the audio of V2 quote unquote dying. But you can hear like this, a slight end of it, like a slight tail, if you want to call it that, of the V2 dying audio. Or well, escaping in this case. But yeah, then V1 kinda enters it, and then I just spawn in search machine like this, turn on blind enemies, and have them be like right here, actually there. And then say, oh hey search machine, what's this? And then V1 picks up the arm, and there's a very obvious cut here, because I wanted to be behind the search machine, or well, in front of the search machine. And I just turn off blind enemies and then keep attacking them. Yeah. Anything else to note? Not really. Yeah, so this one I just did the cut like right here, and then the frame that V1 touches the bounce pad. Yeah, not really that much of note. You just cut it here, and then there's a whole bunch of enemies that I spawned in via the spawn arm. Like this. Just kinda did Yeah, whatever the fuck he did. I don't remember. And then for this one might be interesting. So, the source machine that was like up here had a health bar that was custom. So what I did here is, basically what you want to do is enable the Unity Explorer mod on R2 Modman, and enable the no cheats while typing mod. Once you did that, you can press F7 to open this menu. It's basically like an in-game, in-runtime editor. And type sword machine. No, you don't want to type that. And then type boss. And then you'll find the boss bar. And if I disable this, you can see it does stuff. So how I gave it a custom name was just, and then you go to HP text that appears here eventually. You have to wait a few seconds apparently. Click that and then click this one, the text renderer. And then you have text here that says subscribe noob. And then you hit apply, and then it changes to that. You should totally follow that advice, by the way. Now, one mistake I did make was that the original name of source machine was still visible behind the custom text. Now I'm pretty sure. So then you go to boss healths and then boss health 1. And then after image, I'm pretty sure. And then the HP text, and then you want to put the exact same thing here. Subscribe noob. And then it changes that in the background text, so now you have the both of them that I like. Yeah. Like that. This one is interesting because how I did the lighting, I'm pretty sure just disabled global lights like this, and it creates a whole different atmosphere. And then yeah, I just kind of spam enemies wherever I could. And I didn't try to like spam it. I tried to keep it somewhat like fair, I guess. Yeah, nothing else to note here. And then, a really familiar, probably not foreshadowing, music plays. So, yeah, there's that. Oh yeah, fun fact. The source machine that I gave a custom health bar to, I was too good at the game. So basically what happened was I did that. It died because I killed the Maurice while it was standing under it. I was planning to keep the swords, like the health bar on the screen this entire time, until it was like here-ish and have the source machine chase me. But I guess it just had too little health to properly justify that. I had a Providence here, I'm pretty sure, like this, that was facing the other way, which didn't have an eye. So how I did that was, let me see, Providence, open this, not the sphere, Providence itself, and then control this one, the eye. And that's how I created eyeless Providence, which looks really cool, honestly. But not like, if I'm not I'm not gonna lie. What is that? Okay. And then the one goes to. Oh yeah, this one could be fun to explain. So you want to eventually pick us up a book here, and as you may notice, the text was changed. So I actually have the original text here. Give me a second. Book. Here it is. So it's just called book. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it was readable. Yeah, content, this one. So you want to open this and then paste this in. So there's actually some HTML stuff going on here. Yeah, here you can see it. So this is just bold. It's just the HTML tag for bold. Blah. I can't speak anymore. This is the HTML tag for bold, and then here you have italic, and here you have strike through. Yeah, it's not that difficult, I suppose. So yeah, I just read this little poem and just kept it. That's not how that works. You have to edit like a thing here. And then reload it. Yeah, there you go. And then you have your custom text. Anything else? I don't think so. Then 2-3, right. So this is just literally just teleporting, well, this is hell teleporting V1. As in, it doesn't want, if you want to see what's behind these doors. I won't say too much of this. You have to see another video of mine to see why. This is just literally just cutting the footage and like pretending V1 is still walking. Like, this. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I also spawned in a thing here. Like, this. And then I had a filter. Specifically, a red fill. How did I do that? You might ask. Good question. So we go to automated core zone, we go to filth, we go press on him. So you want to press quite a lot of things. So with the filth, you want to go to here, zombie filth, and then melee husk, I'm pretty sure, and then skin mesh renderer. And then shared materials, you want to inspect this, and then color, this is in RGBA, so this will be 1001. And then you have your red filth. Oh yeah, and to have it stop animating, I just literally did this. Yeah, not that hard. Yeah, wait, that looks silly. Oh my god. Okay. And then I just disabled enemy spawns, or well, re-enabled them. And then I got the enemies that are supposed to spawn. I don't know why it's still spawning anything, but there's supposed to be enemies there, so trust me on that one. And then 2-4. Oh boy, 2-4. And then get that. This one I placed out of bounds, by the way, like right here. And then we beat Corpse of King Minos, except his body is still there in the thing, which I will now showcase. Yeah, bye bye. I'm gonna get this to clear out the path for the reflection. So, then we have reflection. I'm not gonna try to pronouncing the Greek name because I cannot speak Greek. Fun fact. This was radiant. I'm pretty sure I did like skin mesh render, and then shared materials. Where are you? The shared materials. There we go. Right. And then I just did inspect, and then 0001, and then inspect 0001, and then inspect 0001, and then we have reflection. Oh god, why can't I remember this? Okay, hold up, give me 2 seconds. Oh yeah, I remember again. So the reason I couldn't find it was because I typed V2 here. And it doesn't show you any everything related to V2. So you want to do this, and I'm pretty sure they go here. And then no, anything but that. Yeah, this one. Right. And then double render. God damn it, I'm back where I started. Okay. I found it. It was like this one. Enabled. There we go. And then you only have the guns radiant. There's a reason why I did that. You guys have to figure it out though. Haha. But yeah, this works because you're selecting like V2 as a model and not like the guns, because that is a separate thing. Yeah, so then you have reflection and then the health bars, which I showed earlier. And because it's security, it goes faster, which is self-explanatory, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's last one, I'm pretty sure. I should probably show you how I did the V2. Oh yeah, right. So there's this thing with the spawner arm, in which a mod lets you spawn everything that you can normally spawn in the sandbox too. So that includes like an invisible platform, which I use here. And I just kind of put V2 on it, like this. No, not like that. Well, reflection in this case, it isn't V2. And I had like an invisible platform halfway through here. So V2... So reflection can still jump down here and eventually chase me. Fun fact about this. You cannot see reflection as I pass through this. On the video at least, because I actually like aligned myself a bit. And not like here, and like you can still see the weapon, but that's not in the video, trust me. So yeah, and then I just disabled blind enemies, and then the reflection would then follow me, right? Yeah, there we go. And I just... Oh, right, and then this had a lot of tweaking as well. Oh yeah, and one thing I forgot to show. If you run away from V2, well, the code that supports V2, it enrages. Which I wanted to prevent, because that would ruin the whole effect. So, how do you do that? Good question. You go to V2, the top one, and then V2, the enemy here. Now you have all of these modifiers, basically. What you want to do is go to don't enrage true. There we go. And if I'm correct, if I run away from V2 for long enough. Also note, whenever I say V2, I mean reflection in this case, but I'm just saying V2 to make the code easier, basically, because this is V2's code. But yeah, and then V2 just doesn't really anymore. Fun fact, this is exactly what happened to V2 or reflection in the video, where it got stuck behind this. I had to do 6 cuts to make sure that it actually followed me. Like, I just kind of awkwardly walked up to this door and hoped that it would follow me. What is it doing? Why is it preferring that? Okay, you know what? Keep down there. What are you doing? Okay, you know what? Yeah, okay. I just kind of ran away and then did this again. Oh no. Oh no. And then I'm surprised it didn't end up there, actually. This bridge is so short. I'm just gonna kill that. Yeah, nothing too ordinary here. I mean, V2 fucking dies when he falls down here. That has a reason as well, I'm not gonna get into that. Right, the P-door. So let's see. I am pretty sure that this should be this one. Yeah, this one, and then these two. No, that's not the one. That's also not the one. This one. That's this one. Alright, so then we have... Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's probably the prefab doors. Okay, that makes sense. So, all of these locks here, you can manually switch off and on. Like if I just go here, you'll see that I can switch these off. So, based on the levels that I thought were P-rankable in how V1 did them in the series, I enabled and disabled these Ps. I am pretty sure that there is like a gray variant of this P that I just didn't see or like was utilized. Pretty sure it switches textures or something, but yeah, but that's how I did that. Anyway, yeah, Peter's one doesn't have anything interesting going on. I just pressed K to kill the fresh prison, and that's all the influence that really happened. Oh yeah, and I disabled Minos's voice lines for obvious reasons. Yeah, this is that. This is the same menu as the V2 Don't Turn Rage thing I just showed you. Okay, and I just enabled enemy spawns there. And then I just went through here. Nothing out of normal. Yeah, I disabled Gabe's voice lines here too. Let me just re-enable spawns for a second. Because normally this is what's supposed to happen. To prevent that, so what I did was it's this menu. Let me see. Heart chamber stuff. Gabriel. Voice disable. I'm pretty sure this should work because this doesn't have the Gabriel things, I'm pretty sure. Unless stuff doesn't contain anything. Okay. And wait, and then oh yeah, this one. Gabe intro 1 you can just destroy. I'm pretty sure that should work. And then Gab intro 2 destroy. That's how I disabled Gabriel's voice in game. And then you have no voice. And then this one I'm pretty sure is the same. I always forget you don't have to press anything here. I always hold control for some reason. But yeah, and then you don't have Gabe's voice. Anything else? What is wrong with my ULTRAKILL today? Well, Gabriel's supposed to spawn here, but, yeah. Awkward. Oh yeah, and for V2, when she shows up, I did heart chamber, and then back wall disable. That is not the back wall. Hold up. Door, that's it. The back wall is this black thing in the back. And I just made a cut right here to, and then slowly back up in like in front of V2. Yeah, nothing special going on there. Okay. that is gluttony. And now we're moving on to greed, because I have very special plans for greed. I think, instead of showing you what I have planned directly, I can show you guys a few sneak peeks. Or I'll let you guys hear, I suppose. Alright, so here come the sneak peeks, guys. That's sneak peek number 1. These are in no particular order, by the way, just so you know. And then we have the third song. I still have to write a fourth song, by the way. Gee, I sure wonder what kind of leitmotif that is. Oh, jeez. Alright. Anything else I can show? Let's see. I'd have to start up Unity. Okay, give me 2 seconds. Alright, so just so you guys understand the level of ambition I have, yeah, that's, I might have discovered the Unity editor, also known as the root editor. Yeah, I might have way too much fun with this. I don't want to show you guys the enemy encounters. You'll just have to take my word for this, that I'm cooking. I am cooking hard with this. Okay. That's everything I want to show for now. I wish you guys an excellent day. And see you guys soon. Haha. Okay.